Good morning, grade 2. How are you today? I hope you are fine. Are you ready to our reading lesson today? Pay attention and listen carefully, please. Today is Wednesday, the 1st of April 2020. We will make a brief review for our previous story, its genre, skills, and vocabs. Then we will solve the RCV booklet. After that, you can read the story. Okay? So, the title of our story is The Signmaker's Assistant. The Signmaker's Assistant. The author is Ted Arnold. Genre is humorous fiction, and the skill is main idea and details. Okay? The genre, let's talk about the genre. Genre is humorous fiction. Humorous fiction, we said that humorous means funny, and fiction means imaginary story or not real. Okay, so humorous means funny and fiction means imaginary story or not real. And we will say humorous fiction, that means a funny story about imaginary people and events. Okay, so what's the meaning of humorous fiction? It is a funny story about imaginary people and events. Got it? An example here we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It is a funny story and an imaginary story, so it is a humorous fiction story. Okay? So the genre here is humorous fiction. So the title of our story is Signmaker's Assistant, and the genre of this story is humorous fiction. Okay? Okay. Now the skill. We said before that the skill in our story is the main idea and details. The main idea and details. And I told you what's the meaning of the main idea and details. The main idea means the most important idea of the story and what the text is mostly about. This is the main idea. So the main idea means the most important idea of the story. Okay, the most important idea of the story. What's the meaning of details? Details tell more about or describe or explain the main idea. So details tell more about, describe or explain the main idea. Okay? Okay. Okay, now let's make a brief review for the vocabs. The first word we have here is afternoon. Afternoon. What's the meaning of afternoon? Afternoon means the time of day between noon and night. So afternoon means the time of day between noon and night. An example, I spent the afternoon at the pool. I spent the afternoon at the pool. Blame. Blame. What's the meaning of blame? To say that something is someone's fault. Okay? To say that something is someone's fault. To say that something is someone's fault. Okay? Use it in a sentence. She couldn't blame him for that. She couldn't blame him for that. Okay, the next word is idea. What's the meaning of idea? A thought or opinion. Idea a thought or opinion. A sentence, it might be a good idea. It might be a good idea. Okay, so again, all of you, what's the meaning of idea? It is a thought or opinion. A thought or opinion. What's the meaning of idea? A thought or opinion. Again, a thought or opinion. A thought or opinion. Okay, great. Now, next word is important. Important. What's the meaning of important? Important, taken seriously. Taken seriously. Okay. Let's read the sentence. It is important to water plants. It is important to water plants. So, again, what is the meaning of important? Taken seriously. All of you, taken seriously. Taken seriously. Excellent. Now, sign maker. Sign maker. The G here is silent, okay? Sign maker. What's the meaning of sign maker? Someone who makes signs. Someone who makes signs. Okay? The sign maker needs many materials and fabrics. For example, he needs brushes, he needs colors, he needs fabrics. Okay, so the sign maker needs many materials and fabrics. What's the meaning of sign maker? Someone who makes signs. All of you. Someone who makes signs. Again, someone who makes signs. Again, someone who makes signs. Great job. Townspeople. Townspeople. What's the meaning of townspeople? People who live in a town. People who live in a town. So what's the meaning of townspeople? People who live in a town. All the townspeople had escaped. Why, we don't know, but they had escaped. So all the townspeople had escaped. Now, again, what's the meaning of townspeople? People who lived in a town. Okay? Again, people who live in a town. People who live in a town. Amazing. Now open your RCV booklet, page 19. Okay, after we finish reading the story, we have to complete this following chart. We have to write the main idea and the supporting details. Okay, we said that the main idea is the most important idea, and the supporting details that details which tell more about the main idea. Okay, in this story, the main idea is that you have to take responsibility for your actions. You have to take responsibility for your actions. Okay, the supporting details that Signmaker make signs that have the correct information and have correct spelled words. Signmaker makes signs that have the correct information and have correctly spelled words. All the townspeople follow the Signmaker's signs without any question. Because of that, he has to do the finest work. This is a way of responsibility also. So he has to do the finest work. Why? Because all the people or the townspeople follow his signs without any question. Norman fixed his mistake of making silly signs and he apologized. This is also a way of apologize, that Norman, he fixed his mistakes and apologized. Okay, now check your answers.